Guten Tag, zurück bei Peter Gaming. Wir spielen weiter Sherlock Holmes und den Texten.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London Line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
So Leute, müssen wir erstmal so gemeine nee. Der Mord ist Datum. März, nein.
I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the case.
Okay, da ist noch. Nein, Abfahrt. Ach, wieder eine Dispatch der mit Abfahrten. Auch nicht. Okay, ne, das auch nicht. Aha, wir werden ein bisschen neu. Das könnte passen.
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
Genau.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor.
Okay.
This list shows the senior officers, and these are the lists of the senior officers.
Nicht ganz fertig. Leider was.
Mr. Jack Crocker was in.
This
list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. This list. Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
Da muss jetzt nur der Herr Wickens, ne? Das war jetzt ein bisschen komisch gerade.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Ja, genau, da wird man informieren müssen. Gleich hinter dem, das war nichts nicht.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
Nein, jetzt nicht.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Er findet jeden. Er findet jeden. Das ist auch gut. Wickens findet jeden.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know
Er
why.
findet jeden, das ist immer
Yes,
gut.
it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
Lady Brackenstall.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her, from when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, You were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just
Stimmt sie
guesswork.
nicht.
You would be right if there was no evidence.
What then?
Stimmt, aber das, wir haben aber jetzt informieren wir uns klar aus. Okay. Das ist gut. Zeitung, ehrliches Zeitungsdienst. Zeitungsdienst. Genau. Saubere Stiefel. Eins fehlt nur. Matrosenmesser. Sie haben sie gefesselt.
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Mhm. Der Seemannsknoten.
Yes,
Genau.
as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a
Hat
sailor
lieber
who's
ohne
done it. That
Knoten
proves
gemacht.
nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Shark. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night.
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Stimmt,
Perfect.
genau.
In
Wetter
that
machen.
case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No, there is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
Genau, leider.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
Okay, aber jetzt so. Ja, er hat erzählt, oder? Aber ich würde sagen, wir machen wieder Karte. Ist ja, ich würde sagen, Gnade für Kopper, oder Leute?
Wiggins,
Nummer.
could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
So Leute, jetzt fragen wir mal wieder.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife.
genau,
The
das
knots
war-
were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London.
Genau.
Because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
Ja, sagen wir
I
mal die
admit
Wahrheit.
that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with
Oh nee,
rage.
dann hat er
I
die
was due
Fähigkeit,
to
ihn
set
zu
sail for
töten.
6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He
Dann hat er
was
überlegt, dass
not
er es
even
machen
worthy
kann.
of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes,
You would not have managed to protect her.
till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Nein!
Watson!
It's over, Holmes. We can do nothing for him now.
Scheiße.
Here is a case that didn't end as I had expected. It is entirely my fault.
Nein, wir sind zu spät.
I know that you have already drafted a summary of the case. You have my permission for its publication, if you so wish.
I'll think about it, Holmes.
Oh nein, Scheiße.
Holmes! Whatever is going on here?
That is Sir Eustace's killer. He has performed his own brand of justice.
My God! But why did you not call me?
I apologize. Here is his letter of confession.
So much drama.
You have no idea.
Oh Mann, das ist jetzt echt schade, dass man es nicht ihm überlebt hat. So Leute, jetzt tue ich mal das wieder drücke. Jetzt können wir Auge zumachen, bis dann. Leute, aber jetzt immer noch ein anderes Ende aus. Ich will jetzt nochmal das ändern, dass wir ihn überleben, will ich das jetzt noch machen. Hinkriegen, dass er noch überlebt. Mann, ich will, dass er nicht stirbt, weil sonst ist es heftig, wenn er stirbt, finde ich. So, geht mal mit der Gnade und helfen ihm. Geht mal ihm Hilfe.
Wiggins.
So Leute, so mal bin vor. Wir wissen ein bisschen.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
And
It's...
it
So,
Lady Brackenstall.
Mary.
so, jetzt warten noch ein
But
bisschen.
that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid.
Ich hoffe mir,
It
dass man
places her in
ihn
danger
nicht, dass er
yet
nicht
again.
stirbt, weil ich will nicht, dass er stirbt.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the
Genau,
one that
Mann,
should be
ich will nicht, dass
disclosed
er
to the
stirbt.
police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Ich will nicht. Ich will nicht ihn.
Please forgive me, Captain Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my
Genau.
expectations. See here, Captain Crocker, we'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain
Okay.
Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your
Genau.
devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox
Genau.
populi, vox dei. You are acquitted, Captain Crocker. So long as the law does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Oh, wir haben es geschafft,
Mr.
Leute.
Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come
Genau.
back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night.
Okay, dann haben wir ihn gerettet.
Inspector, I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned
Yeah.
the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You
Genau.
only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find
Genau.
someone, I have no doubt of
Heftig,
it.
oder?
Goodbye, Inspector.
Alter, wir haben es wieder geschafft. So Leute, jetzt können wir bestätigen, weil wir ja alles schon gemacht haben, jetzt bestätigen wir. Sehr mitfühlend bin ich, wow. So Leute, jetzt werden wir die nächste Mission machen. Das Drama von Keith Gardner. Ah, das wird auch heftig, denke ich. Der 5. Fall. 6 Fälle müssen wir hier lösen und das wird ziemlich spaßig. Die 6 Fälle, oder? Nur ein paar 6 Fälle. Mann, ist das was Spannendes.
Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going on?
Was ist denn hier wieder
Hello,
los?
Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
What? Holmes, where have all these wretched bees come
Genau, wo kommen die denn
I
her? Die?
increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey all year round.
Ridiculous and dangerous.
They're
Genau, aber
domestic bees, Apis mellifera, such industrious workers. Anyway, Watson, I am sorry, but I must leave you. I'm in rather
ah,
a
er
hurry.
ist wieder in Eile, wo
You
muss
have
der
any
wieder
case?
hin? Ah,
Yes,
ja.
but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. A theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew.
Oh ne, wieder
I'm
was
helping a minister
gestohlen.
who's an old friend of mine. You can join me if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides,
okay.
you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, however did you guess?
Genau,
For
wow.
the great Sherlock Holmes to bother with the theft of plants.
Aha,
Come
okay.
on, admit that you're planning to spoil your little bees with some rare pollens.
Ah,
Since when did I become so
verstehe.
transparent?
Nützlich geht es
Let us
mittlerweile.
go.
Wow, ist ein heftig. Oh, so Keith Garden, die reisen wir mal hier. Macht Spaß, oder? Bitte reisen. So, mal schauen, was das für ein Fall jetzt wird. Mal schauen. Okay, gehen wir mal weiter, oder? Somit machen wir mal wieder ein bisschen Party. Die 5. Fall ist schon auch mehr bald ab. Mit Sherlock Holmes und Watson machen. Und los geht's. Gehen wir mal zu das Drama von Keith Garden in der botanischen Garten, oder? Macht schon sau Spaß, um ein bisschen rumzustochern. Ja, ist so immer so gut. Schöner Garten.
Well, Holmes, here we are at the Royal Botanic Gardens. There's no doubt that this place is beautiful. But are you really intent on investigating the theft of the plants?
Ja, klar, wir wollen
Yes,
das
of
machen.
course.
Na, reden wir noch mit denen mal ein
Don't
bisschen.
touch anything else, is that clear? Just go and get a bucket of fertilizer. And without turning it over this time.
Oh Gott, was geht denn hier ab?
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is
Genau,
my
ich hab
friend
einen
and
Fall hier
colleague,
zu lösen.
Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago. A remarkable collection, I believe.
So you're the one
Genau.
in charge, eh?
A small favour for a friend. Now, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Martin Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. And that fellow yonder is Albert. He works here.
I am
Okay,
delighted
so
to
ein
meet you.
Gärtner.
What can you tell us about the plants?
They were rare and exceptional plants. We presented them at our last exhibition. We haven't removed the stand yet. It is still in the large glass house. We only
Okay,
learned
sehen
of
wir
their
mal.
disappearance the evening after the exhibition, and nobody saw anything.
No doors were forced?
No, But I would imagine that for
Dann
a
ist
thief
aber
it would be
komisch, dass
fairly
keiner
easy
was
to gain
bemerkt
entry,
hat.
for there are no guards here.
Well, if you don't mind, we
Weil
will take a
wenn
look.
es so
Now,
ein
you
auf
say
die
that
Idee
it is
ist,
in the
ist es schon
large glass
heftig.
house.
Wir
Yes,
müssen
the
erstmal
one just
gut
behind
gehen
me.
wir
Just a
erstmal
second,
schön gucken.
since Albert has nothing else to do. Albert, show these gentlemen where the exhibition was held.
Genau.
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
Nicht weit. So, dann, ja, ist mal spannend.
Here it is. This is the place where the stolen plants were exhibited.
Thank you. Is there something the matter?
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but
Ah,
it
das waren
seems to me that the
wertvolle,
tragedy that
teure
took place here
Holz.
only 2 days ago has been entirely forgotten already.
What tragedy are you referring to?
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn, he died here just 2 days ago.
Vor 2
We're
Tagen.
very sorry. We were not aware. The two of you were good friends?
Genau.
He was my father.
Oh
dear.
nein.
Our condolences. We should not be troubling you. Please do excuse us for the intrusion.
You say that he died here, in the large glass house.
Genau.
Holmes?
Yes, just here, near the door to the colonial collection. He suffered a heart attack.
Oh, die war schon alt, wie es aussieht
So
dann.
suddenly. It was terrible. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I cannot remain here. If you need me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the front of the large greenhouse.
Of course,
Okay,
we
okay.
understand.
Ja, da geht man erstmal. So, Leute. Aber jetzt sagt euer Peter Gaming. Tschüss. Bis dann. PG.